Hey everybody, it's a little after 7 o'clock, I admit. Sometimes I get a little late, but we are here. I created a new intro thing. Hopefully you saw that. Michael Barbine already sharing, which we appreciate. I'm running this on my own today, so hopefully we'll be able to make it work. Let's see. It says Emily is first, it looks like. Matt was here first, but thought that there was no show and missed it. Oh, darn it. Matt, you just had to say hello. You just had to say first. That's it. Just first. If you had said first, you would have gotten it, but you didn't. You didn't say first. So we've got a Karen already in. That's great. Yeah, did you see my intro? Did nobody see the intro? I can do it again. If you didn't get to see it, I can go back. Here's the little intro thing. Now, check this out. How neat is that? Did you all see it? It's cool, huh? Yeah. Oh, it's just I got it on like a thing called Vidly or something like that. I had like bought a subscription to it like years ago, and then I had no use for it, and then and so then I got this thing and I made it, and so yeah, there we go. And then at the end it just says, what else do you have to do, really? Let's be honest. Oh, I forgot to change the color of the actual studio, so let's make sure we've got that. The studio needs to be, what did we decide on? I think it was a red orange is what Emily went with. So let's make that happen. Let's see, a red orange feels like it's going to be like in this range here. That feels kind of red orange, right? I would feel like that would be good. All right, so red orange. No, we're not monetizing it. We don't care. It's not monetizable. It's not that important. Nobody actually cares enough. We're just here saying ridiculous, goofy things. So that's all. I don't know that's worth it. Emily has shared. So let's go over it. We've got enough people. So first person into the chat that says first gets a point. So today, that point, I've got to pull up the spreadsheet because I got to do that too. I have to do all of the things today, which is going to be a lot harder than it normally is because Caitlin makes all the paperwork nice and easy for me. So let's get that up because I need to make sure that we are giving points to people. Where's my trivia one? Trivia. You all just keep yourselves busy while I'm looking for this. Here it is. And then I'll put that down here in this corner, I guess. So, and that's fine there. This is going to be a cluster, folks. It's going to be fun. But so the first person to say first in the chat was Emily again. We know for a fact Emily is just a machine when it comes to this. Even though Matt McFaceDab was around the chat room first, for some reason she was still able to pull it off. So Emily getting a first point of Wager Wednesday. We'll talk about that in a second. How you get points. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to push this back a little bit. Pretty straightforward on how you get points. You get points by answering questions correctly in the time allotted. If you're the first person to answer a question correctly in the time allotted, you get a bonus point. So that's great. Another way on Facebook you can get a point is, and I'm going to go into it right now, so you'll hear me for a second. Turn that off. Is you go into your Facebooks, and I'm going to go share the show on my personal profile. So you go up to the little share icon at the top of the chat. You'll see that shows up. See that? So you get a point for that if that shows up. And yeah, you can do that to your story or whatever. I don't know if stories show up in there, but definitely on your profile it shows up. So you can do that. You can share it onto other people's profiles and you'll get a point for that. Or if you'd like, you can also do it by tagging someone in the chat in Facebook. And so, yeah, so you can do that as well. Just make sure you get my attention because there's only one of me today, so it's going to be hard for me to keep up with anything, but if you like tag someone, just kind of wave at me in text and say, ah, Tom's absolutely certain that I'm going to monetize this at some point. Literally, I'm giving things away. This costs me money to do. And that's, yeah, it's just not, I don't think it's going to happen. I think on Twitch, I can become like an affiliate on there if I average 3 users. But we averaged 0 users for a long time. I think we're up to like 0.6 users. But we only have a couple of users over there regularly. So I don't know if we're ever going to get to that. I think I need 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube to be able to like monetize that. Not even close. So yeah, there's a lot to go from there. A lot more. So we would need a lot more people from the UK piling on to make this work. So do the shares have to be public? Yes. You have to, if for it to show up here, I think it has to be a public share, because otherwise it gets hidden by the security on Facebook, and so we can't see it. So yeah, you either have to do it like, if I was to tag someone, I could say like, let's say I was going to tell Caitlin that we are doing trivia, right? If I did this in the chat and I tagged her on Facebook, then I would get a point for that. So there's one of them. All right, this is good. He's not paying attention. Let's do something crazy. It's a good idea. You should definitely do that. Nice to seeing you with the lights on. It's not a pretty sight. I'll be honest. I'm on a 55-inch TV, which means it adds 10 pounds from a normal TV, so it's probably 50 pounds. So I'm like 300 pounds. Oh, that's not good. See, and then Caitlin comes, and that's great. High point was this beam and Coke in my hand. Jennifer, I like your style. That should be a high point. So we got over the first. You get a point for that. Emily got that. Answers, we got that. If you throw a Karen, that's during the time when a question is asked. You can yell Karen in the chat. That means you think nobody else is going to get it right. If no one else does get it right, you get a point. But it is a gamble, because if somebody does get it right, you lose a point. Then, finally, obviously the shares, you can get points for that. But finally, today is a Wager Wednesday, which means we have a bonus 11th question. At the end of the show, we're going to show you what the category is for that question. You're going to be able to bet as many points as you have earned up to this point for the week. All right? But it's an all or nothing thing. You either get the answer correct and you get that many points, you double up essentially, or you lose that many points. All right? So Emily has tagged Trey. It's a little bit of cheating, because we know Trey already comes out here, but I'll give it to you. Point for Emily for tagging Trey. Yeah, Septic's not here, which makes me a little worried. Maybe he got here early and saw that there wasn't anything going on and thought, well, there's no way there's an actual show happening, which is not true. I'm just late, and that happens. So, Lori, they have, let's see, Lori's getting tagged. Robert gets one there. This is good. We're getting all the people in early. I'll give you a point for you're not linked with him. Yeah, that is Craig. Craig Lewis is who you're looking for. But I think he's got another meeting thing he's doing. Danny's here. That's good. Tom Johnson's here. Lots of people are here. So this is good. Robert, okay, we're going crazy now with the shares. This is good. I like the shares. I'm not complaining. Another point for Robert for doing that. Steam is also here. So let's get started. We've got 18 people. That means we can absolutely start with the trivia. So let's go to question number 1. Question number 1 is, who introduced the term mole to describe a spy in his novel Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy? All right, so this is it happened in a book, right? It's in a novel. When did that, who's the person that introduced that term? 60 seconds on the clocks. No, I was a little late, Danny. I got a new intro and stuff, and so I was late to the party. You missed the intro. It's pretty cool, though. I got a sign off from everyone. They said it's really good. So that's good. I'm glad that that's happening. All right, so let's get answers in. We got about 40 seconds left on the clock. And we need everyone's participation, obviously. Oh man, I don't have a times up on this thing. I should make a times up on this thing, but I have my actual keyboard here because I'm gonna have to type in all of these different answers and things and what points people get. So 15 seconds left on the clock. Getting the first question of the night. We need the person who introduced the term mole to describe a spy in his novel Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I don't think it's Ian Fleming. I think that was the guy who did James Bond, probably. Tom says, oh, he wrote the first Bond girl. That is true. That is a totally different question, but absolutely valid. Time's up. Let's go to the chat and see what people have come up with. There's lots of different answers here, which is good because that makes me feel like that makes it more interesting, I think. So we've got Ian Fleming, Tom Clancy, Carrie, John Le Carrière, Dr. Seuss, John Le Carrière. That looks like it's getting popular. Maybe it is that. So let's go with times up. Times up. Oh, Matt was at the top. Okay, I missed Matt's at the top there. And so the actual name is John Le Carrière. So that is Matt, it looks like, got that in first. So 2 points for Matt. There's 1 point for Danny. Jennifer K, I think that you get a point for this one. I think that was close enough. I didn't ask for an entire name, and there's only so many Carrières, or however you would say that. So that seems like you were going for the right person. Emily also gets a point for that. Up to 3 points for Emily, and that's not even counting the shares she's done yet. So it's going to get there. Get Smart. We were looking for a person, not an actual, like a show or anything. We needed a person. Mole. Now I'm hungry for some good Mexicans. Smiles. That'd be mole. I should have said mole at that point. You don't want to eat a mole. I don't think anybody wants to eat moles. I feel like it. He also wrote The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Great books. There you go. Danny is not happy with Matt. There's a rivalry starting between the two of them right now. They just go back and forth. It's fantastic. I feel like we should have. I feel like at some point we should have some type of document that people can go to understand like all of the complicated like relationships that are happening now. Just so that people know, that like Craig and Emily are always going to say Tom Marvello Riddle and like just all of the inside jokes. So when you first join, we can be like, oh, just go over to that other page. You're going to want to like read up on that before you start here. There's a lot that you need to catch up with. All right. Hi, Kelly Peck. Welcome. Kimberly Murray as well. Am I missing a bunch of them, Robert? I'm going to give you another one for Kimberly Murray. That I just saw that. If I'm missing these, you got to let me know. I think I've got 3 so far. So people know I can spell Arkansas. What is that? I die a little. We need Spark Notes, you say? No, we don't need Spark Notes. I don't think so. Well, maybe. We might need Spark Notes. That's true. Sometimes you just hover on people and find out about them. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're just doing our trivia. We're moving on to question number 2. Keith, you should make a rules page. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, cool. I've got your 3 people. The shares we'll do at the end. Let's go to question number 2. From what Broadway musical comes the song 76 Trombones? All right. Arkansas. What's that? What is that, Kathy? We don't know. Is that a southern like term for something? I don't understand. What is that? Arkenstone. That's it. Yeah, Arkenstone. That is correct. Let me get my 60 seconds on the clock. Get your guesses. And this is one that I knew right off the bat. Just in case anyone wasn't sure, I had a pretty good idea which one this is. I did theater when I was in high school and college, so that helped. And then I just carried that over into trivia, because why wouldn't you? And so, yeah, we've got a lot of people saying The Music Man. Looks like there's a lot of confidence around that. I don't know if that is true. I wouldn't say one way or the other, honestly. But that does seem to be the prevailing thought at this point. Let's see. Time, about 10 seconds left. So definitely get your answers in as soon as possible, because we want to get your answers all down. That's important. All right. Time is up. Let's go to the chat here. All right. So we've also got, let's see, Singing in the Rain, 26 Days of Music, The Rusty Trombone Story, says Paul Jobson. That is a very good musical. And it's I wouldn't eat though during it. Just so I would just say that. So let's get times up on the chat. Let's see. 76 Trombones led the big parade. I actually danced in this one in high school. Oh, there you go. Mary Poppins. Opie Cunningham was the movie. Trey says The Music Man as well. Let's see. What is the actual answer? It looks like it is The Music Man. So we got points for tons of people. I won't go through the whole list because it's boring. It'd be very boring. Matt likes Paul. We'll give Paul a style point. Since it's just me doing it, usually Caitlin does the style points. I'm going to defer to you guys, okay? So if you want to give a style point to someone tonight, you just tag them like in the chat and give them a style point. It's a free-for-all on style points tonight because I can't read everything and keep up with it, and I don't want to miss some of the like hilarious jokes. So anyone you feel deserves a style point because what they put up there was hilarious, give it to them, all right? And by that, I mean, when it comes to Paul Jobson, give him the Rusty Trombone. There's also Rusty Trombone Story 2, The Electric Boogaloo, by the way. That's another thing. Why are people crying? I don't understand. I have been to Arkansas. Don't you dare. I have been to Ashdown, Arkansas, and I have gone. I've been there. Calm down. I rode around on a tractor, for God's sakes. I went to Texarkana, and I went back and forth between Texas and Arkansas. I was really little, and I was like, woo, look at me, jumping back and forth. I thought it was really cool. Anyhow, so let's move on to question number 3, I believe. I think we're at 3, right? I hope so. I hope it's 3. Let's go. What is the capital of Panama? The country of Panama. What is it? What's that? That's just Ashdown. Yeah, well, just tractors. That is it. All right, so 60 seconds on the clock. Get the answers in. Let's see. Robert Preston was amazing. 3 style points for me for shutting up and answering only from now on. Yeah, sure. I don't think you're supposed to give yourself style points, but you know what? I'll give you a style point for giving yourself style points. Let's see. Oh, Lori's here. Welcome, Lori. Glad. Texarkana is something. It is. Robert gives one mil style points for me, myself, and I. I see that this is being abused, so I probably shouldn't have allowed people to give other people style points, because what they meant was I will take all the style points for myself. And now the economy is going to be complete crap for style points because we're going to have hyperinflation. Style points won't be worth anything anymore, and it'll be all your fault. I'm just saying. 5 seconds left. Get the answers in. Let's take a look at what people have gone for. To the chat. Let's do it. Let's see. We got Panama City. We've got Pan. We've got Canada. We've got Panphobia City. Right? That's when you're afraid of everything, every city. I assume that's what it is. And then, let's see. Danny gets a style point for paper hoarding. Where did paper hoarding happen? Oh, my goodness. What's the exchange rate for style points in the UK? Who knows anymore? Apparently, they've lost all value, Matt McFace Stab. Way better than trying to drive up in DC. That's true. Driving is terrible. That's why I ration out the Craig coins. Yeah, because you have to maintain. Yeah. Emily is also upset with Matt McFace Stab's advantage. You can jump onto Twitter and get the same advantage. Onto Twitch, Go jump onto the Twitch family over there, and you could be killing it as well. It is an open platform. Hyperinflation of style points. Nothing we can do about it. So starting at the top, Matt McFace Stab got the correct answer. Panama City. That is the right answer. So 2 points for Matt McFace Stab. Let's see. Jennifer K with a point. It's a little weird because I say 1 point and in my head, right? I'm like, oh, get 1 point for that person. But then I have to add it to the point they've already got. And so I'm making sure I just don't type 1 and wipe out somebody's entire points. Tom Johnson gets a point. Let's see. Steam gets a point. Steam's doing a terrible job of losing these days. I'm just saying. Craig is over there with a point. Let's see. Trey gets a point. This is the exciting part of the show where you all get to watch me point people. This is what Wednesday is. This is how Wednesdays work. It's just a thing that occurs. Christina also gets a point. I try to do it in between them so that it's less boring, but sometimes that doesn't work. And there was a big overinflation of style points, so I had to deal with that, which made it difficult. I think that's all. Oh, Kathy. Kathy has joined us, and for the first time this week, Kathy gets a point. This is great. You joined us immediately getting points. Look at this. This is so good. Any others? That's all the points that I am seeing. Does anybody want to give a point to Diana for the Panphobia City? I feel like that should get a style point. But remember, you guys are in charge of it, right? So just think about that. Matt's all by himself. Craig's leaving. Oh, my goodness. Danny might be going to Twitch. There's a chance that we now have a new contender over on Twitch. Steam's got to run, giving yourself 2 style points for snarky comments. You will not hear from me tonight. Fair enough. Got to do it like Oprah. You get points, and you get points, and you get points. Sure, have one. No, it wasn't Danny. It was Smiles. It was Diana who did it. Geography for 500. You don't get to choose what we're doing. Oh, Danny has come over to the dark side on Twitch and is now going to go head-to-head with Matt McFace Stab. This is going to be fun, people. I'm just telling you. Yeah, Emily, you're on the Thomas Marvello Riddle duty at this point forward. There's no backup for you. Melissa's joined us. Hello, Melissa. We missed you for the first few questions, but we're up to number 4. Let's get it going. It's been too long. What 3 things make up the drink called a mudslide? Come on. You all know this. There's no way that all of you degenerates don't know what goes into a mudslide. Come on. Just get it happening. 60 seconds on the clock. Answers into the chat. Let's see what you get to guess. Danny is a platform trader. Oh my goodness. I like now we're playing a little game of like Red Rover. Like Red Rover, send Danny over to Twitch. And that's how it's gonna go down. Oh, Matt's got an answer in quick. Just saying. He says vodka, chocolate, and bourbon. Robert says dirt, slide, and ice. That might be a style point, folks. You have to decide. Remember, you've got a duty to uphold today. All right? All right, so let's see. What other ones do we have? Kahlua, vodka, and milk. All right. Good guesses. Overall, everybody's coming in with some quality guesses. I should put headphones on so that I can hear. I wonder if I'll be able to hear. I might lose audio of some sort if I do this. So let's go to the chat because time is up. I think I need the audio so that it will tell me. Did it make anything go away? No. Okay, you can still hear me. I'm going to put the headphones on just so I can hear the alert go off and not try and I don't have to like keep an eye on it, which is very distracting, I'll be honest. All right, so let's see. When does this switch over? That's what we need. We need to know when it switches over. All right. So time's up. We're going to go and take a look at what people had as guesses. We went through some of these already. There's also a vodka, Kahlua, and Bailey's, ice cream, vodka, and milk, vodka, coffee liqueur, and Bailey's, Bailey's, Irish, coffee liqueur, and Irish cream. I used to get those after eating at Denny's. I think that might be a bowel issue. That's what you're talking about. I'm not a big drinker. I'm gonna have to drink more if you ask me what's in tea than I have that. Well, that's fair. That definitely was not what it was. But I was already listening to audio on YouTube. Now I've gone to Twitch. Slowly progressing. Vodka, coffee liqueur, cream, and Bailey's. There's a lot of these different ones that I'm seeing. And the thing is, the actual answer that I'm seeing is very specific. And it looks like only one person got it. I'm happy if you want to go and like Google things and show me something. I'm not going to Google it like Caitlin does. Like I don't give a crap nearly as much. But my understanding is that an actual like mudslide is vodka, Kahlua, and Bailey's. Now, is Kahlua a coffee liqueur? It is, but I think you're supposed to use Kahlua, right? I don't think it's just like any coffee liqueur. I feel like if you get those three, vodka, Kahlua, and Bailey's Irish cream, then that's a mudslide, and something else would be like a sad mudslide or something. I don't drink, so feel free to try and convince me otherwise, but I think that is the case. No, so Kathy, you didn't get it. You got Bailey's Irish, coffee liqueur, and Irish cream. You didn't put any vodka in it, first of all, and I think it has to be Kahlua. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Not really picky. I think it's like actually a thing. Like I think they invented it, and that's what it is. Somebody show me otherwise. I'm not trying to be picky. I'm literally saying. So go look at it. If somebody can find me something that says that it's coffee liqueur, any coffee liqueur, then I don't understand. What about Bailey's? Can it just be any Irish cream? Well, then you've been making it wrong all this time, Kathy, because there's supposed to be vodka in it. And you said Bailey's Irish cream, coffee liqueur, and more Irish cream. You doubled up on the Irish cream. All right, so let's see. It's not okay. Don't give me the okay. I know what you're doing right now. You're like, no, it's okay. That's fine. Read what you wrote. You wrote Bailey's Irish, coffee liqueur, and Irish cream. There's no vodka in it, right? There's supposed to be vodka. Is that not a thing? Any Irish cream? Is there even more than Irish creams? Yeah. I don't even drink. I don't care. But I'm waiting for people to tell me that I'm wrong. I'm not saying. Okay, mudslide. Liquor.com mudslide. Somebody is sending it to me. All right, you know what? I've gotten a link that says vodka, so it does have to have vodka, coffee liqueur, and Bailey's Irish cream. All right, you know what? I'll give points to the folks. I'm going to give 1 point to anyone that has vodka, Bailey's Irish Cream, and coffee liqueur. The book steered me wrong again. Let's see. So the first person that was right was Emily still. So she still gets her 2 points and was going to get that anyway. Danny, I'm going to give a point to. She went and did the work. I'm assuming that she went through 3 or 4 different websites that all said Kahlua and then found the one that said coffee liqueur. But fair enough. Anyone else? Vodka, coffee liqueur, cream, and Bailey's. Not correct, Trey. You do not actually add cream to it. The Bailey's Irish Cream is the cream. So I think it's just Danny that got coffee liqueur, Bailey's, and vodka. And then Emily got vodka, Kahlua, and Bailey's. All right, let's move on. That is enough of all of that. What? I'm wrong. Yes, I'm insinuating things. I'm absolutely insinuating things. You are all crazy mudsliders. That's what I'm insinuating. I've had 3. I've drank 3 already. Let's go to question number 5. Which came first, the yo-yo, the jigsaw puzzle, or the Raggedy Ann doll? This is a multiple choice, people. Can't be that hard. You have a 33% chance of getting it right. 33.33333333333333333333 slash underneath it. All right. Let's see. Right? People are passionate about their mudslides. Paul just usually flushes them down, so he's confused by it all. He doesn't understand at all why people care. All right, so we've got our 60 seconds on. You got a little extra time because I forgot to touch it at first, and now I touched it. All right, let's see what people are coming in with. Lots of different guesses, which is really interesting. It seemed like you would think that people would go over like one thing, but we're seeing things from all answers. About 30 seconds left on the clock. So definitely get your answers in. We definitely have some right answers. I can't tell you which ones it is, but some people are getting it. So that's good. I wouldn't throw a Karen is what I'm saying. It would be a really bad idea. This would be a terrible, terrible question to throw a Karen on. All right, let's go to the chat because time is up. And let's make sure. I'm going to try and get everybody their points before we go and announce. That way there's not a lot of the going down the list of everything. This is tough, right? Because these are all older toys. A doll's been around forever, but I think the Raggedy Ann doll is a specific type of doll, right? And then you've got the yo-yo. Seems like a pretty straightforward toy that could be old. Puzzles. I mean, those feel like they've been around for a while. Paul has gone in with a Karen, which is a terrible idea, especially after I said not to do it. I think he is doing this on purpose, but I don't know how to stop him from doing it. So unfortunately, because somebody did get it correct, I do have to give a negative point to Paul. Right. Emily, I think you're missing the point of why Paul's here. I think it is not to get points. It is just to freak everybody else out. Man, we are going to go late tonight. We absolutely are. So the correct answer was jigsaw puzzle. The first person to get that right is Christina. So congratulations. 2 points to Christina. 1 point to everybody else who got the answer jigsaw puzzle. And I'm going to go over the points now so everybody knows where we're at. Let me know if you feel like we are incorrect in any way. Paul's got a negative point. Kathy's got 1 point. Craig, Diana, Steam, Trey all have 2 points. Christina, Jennifer K, Robert S, Tom Johnson all have 3 points. Danny's got 5 points. Matt McFacetab has 6 points. Emily has 7 points. Going for the repeat right now, Emily is. All right, so there we go. You know what? You all go, like, find that again. I'm firing everybody. Nobody gets to do trivia anymore. It says the answer is jigsaw puzzle. Was it called a yo-yo back then? Maybe that's a problem. Like the Raggedy Ann doll isn't just a doll, right? Was the original yo-yo called a yo-yo? That would be maybe a question. Somebody go find that out, because I'm moving on to question number 6. I ain't got time for this. Question number 6. CH4 is the chemical symbol for what gas? There we go. All right, let's go with 60 seconds on the clock and see what people come up with. See, this is good. I'm making you all fight, and that way I don't have to deal with it. You can all, like, punch at each other and put links about how each other is correct. I don't know. I don't know if it's a branded thing. I'm just saying, what's a yo-yo? When was a yo-yo invented? When did a yo-yo come to market? I don't know. I think it might be a difference between, like, when was the gun invented and, like, when was the Winchester invented. It might be that kind of thing. All right, so let's take a look. We got about 20 seconds left on the clock. Do get your answers in as soon as possible. And I'll start going through and seeing if I can get some of the points laid out. If anyone happened to get it correct. If anyone at all got the correct answer, then I will get them points. All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat. As I'm going through the chat myself and trying to divvy things up and see what people got what. There's a lot of very similar answers, I will say that. It does seem like people like farts a lot. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that there's a lot of people that seem to know about farts. I don't know where that came from. I mean, I know where farts came from. I just don't know where your desire for farts came from. But let's get all of these in. So time is up. For those that are not aware, it looks like the answer is methane. Methane, I think, is how they say it over in the UK, though. It might be methane. Is that correct? Matt McFace, is it methane? Here in the US, we call it methane because we like meth. And so that's, I assume, that's why. All right, so it looked like Matt was the first one in. Apparently, the extra speed hasn't helped Danny for some reason. Not sure why that is the case. Matt is very mad about the yo-yo, yo. So, just, I feel like you should fight it out. People should fight out the yo-yo bit. Raggedy was in the early 1900s. Yes, my mom gets a point. Came in just at the last second. Hi, Mom. I'm so glad that you're getting points. You make me so proud. All right. Danny isn't using Twitch. She's definitely not typing in Twitch. She's typing in Facebook. So I wonder if there's even a delay from Facebook just through the typing. That's interesting. If it's the word yo-yo, then I agree. I mean, I feel like I use the word yo-yo. I'm not sure how else to do that. So there we go. You're typing on Facebook. Yeah, so maybe typing on Twitch is faster too. I don't know. All right. Let's go to question number 7. We'll try and make some time up here. What 1952 John Steinbeck novel became the bestseller again in 2003 when Oprah selected it for her book club? I believe the book's name is Bees! Everyone gets bees! No, get your answers in. 60 seconds on the clock. We'll see if anybody is able to get this answer correct. Matt is in quickly, everybody. He is jumping on the buzzer. If this was Jeopardy, he would just be like, before like Alex Trebek even finished the answer, he would just slam down on it. We've got of Mice and Men. We've got Grapes of Wrath. Tough. Paul says, I gotta go. Thanks for the trivia night. You're welcome, Paul. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. The hilarity is definitely appreciated. Let's see. Tough, East of Eden, Grapes of Wrath. Lots of good guesses here. These are all classics, right? It seems like it. All right, time's up. We're going to go to the chat here and wait for Facebook to catch up. A lot of people with Grapes of Wrath. That seems to be the odds-on favorite right now. We've got a couple of East of Edens. Just one of the Mice and Men. That feels like the dark horse here. Tom says, sounds like hell, East of Eden. Used to be that if you buzzed in early on Jeopardy, you got locked out of the question. Oh, I think, yeah, you get, no, it's only if you buzz in early, but you get it wrong, right? You can buzz in as soon as you want, but if you get it wrong, you're done. You can't, like, answer then. Isn't that still the case? All right, time's up. People are sending me links about yo-yos. I don't need links about yo-yos, people. You all fight it out. At the end of the show, we'll give points to people for yo-yos if somebody can convince me that a yo-yo existed in ancient China. But I think what you had is crazy sling things and stuff. But I'm just saying. Grapes of Fruit. That's a good guess. Does anybody want to give a style point to Robert for that? All right, the answer was, by the way, everybody, it was East of Eden. We had a couple of correct answers. Trey and my mom both got that one right. And I think that was it. No, Danny. Danny also got it correct. So I think I may have missed over, these. I think I didn't give Danny a point here. And she actually got it first. I don't know how I missed that. But I don't think I did that right. I hope everybody is like paying attention at home. Because I'm going to mess this up. I know I am. If no one has read The Moon is Down by Steinbeck, then I highly suggest it. Fantastic book. All right, there you go. Never read East of Eden. Heard it is good. That's what it is now. You're just answering wrong. But you used to have to wait. Oh, okay. All right. Let's move on to question number 8. Is that right? Yeah, question number 8. What type of celestial body's name means wanderer in Gree? Awesome. We missed a K. That's in Greek, everybody. Gree is the Greek word for Greek. So just so you know, 60 seconds on the clock. What type of celestial body's name means wanderer in Greek? All right, let's go down about 45 seconds on the clock. We'll take a look and see as people are guessing if we can divvy out points for people. Comet, that's good. Planet. Kermit, I like that. Tom Johnson with Kermit. If anybody wants to give him a style point. Again, it's not my job tonight. Emily did it. Okay, Emily's taking care of it. Good. Lots of Comet. That seems to be the odds-on favorite right now. Comet. We've got 3-4 of those. Got a couple of planets and a Kermit. So yeah, this is good. I like that there's a spread of answers here. Let's see what everybody has got going. Trying to like divvy up all of these. Keith's beard. That's good. Keith's beard is also a good one. That, I don't think there's a Greek word for it. It might be colossus. But I could be wrong. Pantheon, maybe. That might be it. All right, so let's go to the chat. Time is up. Anybody else? We got some other people in. Let's see. getting answers for all of the people. I need to type times up here as soon as that switches over. Tom looks like he's giving a hint to people just in case anybody wants to guess at the last second. Trey goes with Keith's beard as well. All right, so the correct answer is planet for the record. Can we just point out that my mom is just killing it right now? My mom is doing, she came in a little late, but just blowing it away. Got like 3 in a row now. All right, so let's move on to question number 9. And question number 9 is, this is the penultimate question. That's what it is. All right. Question number 9. In the U.S., the U.S. is the number one in Tabasco sauce consumption. What country is number 2? The U.S. is number 1 in Tabasco sauce consumption. What country is number 2? 60 seconds on the clock. For those that are curious, when we say Tabasco sauce, we're not talking about just any sauce made from Tabasco peppers, but probably the actual Tabasco sauce that is branded Tabasco sauce. So I understand that probably in ancient China, there was a lot of people who used Tabasco sauce, but now we're talking about the one that was invented more recently. Let's see. Keith's beard is closest to the origin word for comet, which is wearing long hair. Oh, well, there we go. I'm a comet. I'm a comet leaving instead of coming. I'm going this way. All right, about 10 seconds left. Everyone get your answers in. Anyone who gets this right. This is a good one. This is definitely a good one. Let's go to the chat and we will see when Facebook catches up. Lots of good guesses. Mexico, that seems like a really good guess, although they make a lot of hot sauces themselves. So I would almost think that they think our hot sauce is like half-ass, right? Like, they're pretty big into hot sauces down there, and Tabasco seems like the poor man's hot sauce a lot of the times. China, that's a good guess. Taiwan, Japan, lots of good guesses. Mexico, by far, the odds-on favorite here. Fascinating, though, Mexico is not the correct answer. The correct answer is Japan. So Danny with 2 points. It is Japan. That is a great guess. There's no way you knew that going in. You had to have just guessed like that Japan likes American things, and so they were trying to be all American or something. Anyhow, we're out to our last question. This is good because we've got one more after this. We got the bonus question for the Wager Wednesday, but this is the last real question. So let's get on it. Name the classical music term that describes a sad night piece. Name the classical music term that describes a sad night piece. 60 seconds on the clock. There's a term for something that is a sad night piece. And I know some of you are going to say your ex, and that's rude. Don't say that. That is disrespectful. But fine, this is more about classical music, folks. So let's keep it classy. All right. Are you Greek? Not even a little. Probably Google Translate for that failure. Nice. What did it end up turning into when you did that? Tom, John, I don't even know what that fail is. What does it say? Trey's is my favorite because of the vinegar. 10 seconds left on the clock. Let's go through and start seeing if we can divvy up points for things because we want to try and move forward. Time's up. We're moving to the chat. Let's see if we can... Oh, see, I did it. I replaced someone's entire score with a 2, because why wouldn't I do that? That's just rude. All right. Hopefully I haven't done that all night long. That's all I'm hoping for. So I hope everyone's paying attention at home, because if you're not, you may lose points. There's just a fact. All right. Lots of good guesses. A nocturne, a sonata, an octurne, which was just missing the N. I think that was meant to be a nocturne. That's corrected later. Batman's PJs. I like that. The actual answer was nocturne. People just cheating off Emily, apparently, was the thing that people did here. Which is not a bad idea. I'm just saying. So let's see. We've got the first person in with the answer, Emily, who I believe did some classical music. So that's why she got that. Then people started cheating from there. I like Jennifer because she went out on her own. She didn't cheat off everybody else. Good for her. My mom, again, can't be stopped. It's just impossible. And if anybody tries to claim that my mom's Googling, I will come through this computer at you. I dare you. Danny also got one. Let's get Danny a point. And Diana as well. All right, we should do a show of hands. How many people knew that one, and how many people just cheated off everybody else? Let's be honest. I think that's it. All right. All right, let's move on. I'm going to go to the main page here. I've got to get all of the numbers in order, because we've got to find out who our winner of the night is. And more importantly, I guess, we also need to then determine what points everybody's got. All right, so we'll start from the bottom. Paul with a negative point. Kathy's got 1 point. Craig has 2 points. Steam 2 points. Robert has 3 points. Christina 4 points. Diana 4 points. My mom 4 points on like 4 questions. How crazy is that? Jennifer K 4 points. Tom Johnson 5 points. Trey 6 points. Emily 10 points. Matt McFace Stab 11 points. Danny 12 points. As it stands right now, it would look like Danny is the winner. However, we have not calculated the shares. Matt, did you figure out how to host the show on Twitch? Have you? You have to let us know. I'm going to go look at all of the shares here. So I'm going to refresh the page so that I can see the number of shares that have happened through the entire show. All right. Let's go. 60 shares. This is going to take a while, I feel like. Oh, my goodness. It's a lot of Emily, for the record. I see that Emily's got a new strategy that she's going for. This is going to take time. While she's playing, she is also sharing. So Barbine's down at the bottom. He's got 4. Let's make sure we may have to give the Minister of Misinformation title away here. If Barbine is being beat by sharing. So 4 for him, all right. Emily's got 2 there. These are all, I think, to your account. So this is interesting because this means there's a lot of friends who are just being inundated with shares. Unless you're like doing something sneaky and cheating and like sharing it not publicly, which would be a real shame. But this is a lot. I shared it. Then Emily shared it again. Robert shared it. And Robert also got a few other shares that we had already put in there. So we got a share there. This is a lot going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 51 shares for 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 Emily. 51 in addition to this. All right, so yes, there we go. That's the new total. We may have found a flaw in all of this. Matt, I just have to say, Emily's been at this for a while, so I feel like in the order of getting of t-shirts, I understand why she might be a little more desperate at this point. So that's, but I mean, I don't even know how you did that. It looks like your account got hacked. All right. So the winner for tonight is Emily with 64 points. We may have to come back to that at some point. Hey, I know Robert shared it with like 25 different people once, so everybody's done this. You know, like that's dedication, people. We can you can all get mad about it, but would anybody else do it is the question. And if you're like, nah, I wouldn't do that, then like kudos to Emily, right? So Danny just wants to buy Emily a t-shirt. You win all the time, Danny. You're fine. You're going to be okay. All she wants is a t-shirt and then she'll be okay. And now she's just paving the way for other people to do it. Well, Matt, you could also join us on Facebook. There are people on multiple things at this point. So you could also come over to Facebook and you could share all you want. Just saying. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's go through the points now. Hey, you know what? Give her credit for the passion, right? Matt, did you end up hosting? I didn't even see. Did you host it? Nope, still lost. Okay. You did at Septic. Okay, I'll give you a point for calling up Septic. Let's see where Matt McFace tab. You get 12. I'm giving you the 12. All right. Now we've got to go through points for everyone for the week. Okay. It's almost a share. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm going to switch over to the category for our Wager Wednesday. All right. So this is the category fiction writers. You didn't win with that extra point. You didn't even come close, Matt. Calm down. So I'm going to go over the points that people have for the week. And this is Wager Wednesday. So, you weren't here for it? Wager Wednesday works like this. You, on one question, this last bonus question, you can wager as many points as you've earned for the week. If you get the answer correct, you will get that many points. However, if you get the answer incorrect, you will lose that many points. All right, this is an all or nothing. Now, you don't have to do all of your points, right? So, for instance, Matt, you've got 32 points, right? You've got 32 points. You could do 15 of those points. And if you got it correct, you would get 15 points. And if you didn't get it correct, you'd lose 15 points. Or you could do all 32 points, but you cannot go over the amount of points that you've already earned. So if you have 8 points, you can't say like, I bet 50 points. Okay? So I'm going to go down the list of everyone who's been playing today and the points that they have for the week. And you are going to type in the chat what you want to wager. Okay? And we'll lock those in. Paul has -1 point. He can't wager anything. Kathy has 1 point. She can wager a point. Craig can wager 12 points, up to 12 points. Steam can wager up to 11 points. Michael Barbine can wager up to 4 points. Christina can wager up to 5 points. Diana Smiles can wager up to 4 points. My mom can wager up to 5 points. Jennifer K can wager up to 4 points. Robert can wager up to 8 points. Tom Johnson can wager up to 7 points. Trey can wager up to 14 points. Matt McFaceDab can wager up to 32 points. Danny can wager up to 33 points. And Emily, all of a sudden, can wager up to 80 points. All right, so get your bets in. I'm gonna put 90 seconds on the clock. You have 90 seconds in order to get it in. And I'm not going to even wait for like Facebook to catch up. Once I see it happen, which is probably more like 60 seconds for all of you, I'm going to I'm going to move forward because we've got plenty of time that we have wasted already. We're just to waste an hour. We're already at an hour and 7 minutes, so I don't want to do more. Although I was late, so maybe we're about an hour right now. Christina says 0. I like it. Staying where you're at. Nothing wrong with that, being conservative. If you don't want to wager, you can also just say nothing. You don't have to like put a 0 in. I will assume that it's nothing if you don't put a wager in. Emily's going to wager 40. All right. Matt, this could be your opportunity to take her right here. Oh, he's going all in for 32. All in with 32. Jenny, why don't I see yours? Oh, Jenny, you have 4 points. I didn't have a point for you tonight, and that's what was throwing me. Jennifer's going all in. Jennifer, I feel like you've gone in all in each time, right? Am I wrong on that? All right, so time is up here. Here's what I've got on there. You let me know if I'm wrong. Nothing by Craig Steam Barbine. Christina's doing none. Diana, none. My mom is not wagering. Jennifer K, 4 points, all in. Rob is not wagering. Didn't see Rob's wager up there. Tom Johnson, no wager by Tom Johnson. Oh, no, 5. Going for 5 of the 7. Got Tom Johnson for 5. Trey is all in, so he's 14. 32 by Matt McFaceDab. Danny's going for 33, both all in as well. Emily's going for 40. And Jenny's going with none for now. All right, this is good. So we've got our wagers. There's only 6 people, it looks like, wagering today, fighting it out. So this will be interesting. Let's go to our last question. Our last question. This is for all or nothing on your wager. The question is, what writer's mystery novels are all set in St. Teresa, California? 60 seconds on the clock. If you don't get an answer in time, you will lose the bet. So you'll need to have it in on time. What writer's mystery novels are all set in St. Teresa, California? Get answers in there. Let's see what people end up guessing. This is a huge question. You can double up what you've got. You can there's a lot of opportunities here. We've got a couple of guesses in. This is good. I like that we've got some variety. There are some people who are desperately Googling right now. I'm kidding. I just think it would be funny. You're like, oh, crap. I don't care. I'm doing it. So, all right. So let's see. What do we got? Time is up. All right. So we're going to the chat. We are going to see. We've only got a few answers in so far. 3 people. not Patterson. You can't take the field, Trey. There's no way to say everyone except this one author. You can't do that. That is not Agatha C. Wigglepoker. That I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's probably not true. I don't know, but I feel like that's incorrect. Trey says Karen. All right. Oh, I didn't have my thing going, so I can't see when it went over, but you can't Karen on this. You don't get a point for Karen. And anyway, Trey, if you had Karen, you would have lost. We did have someone get it correct. In fact, 3 people got it correct. About half of the people who were betting got it correct. So I think you can guess what the correct answer is. Sue Grafton, who did the Alphabet Murders, that is the author we were looking for. That means that we've got a few people have come out ahead and a few people who have lost. Unfortunately, Jennifer gets 8, doubles up her score. Unfortunately, Tom Johnson loses 5 to be down to 2 points. Trey has lost everything. Matt McFace everything is gone. Danny has doubled up with 66 points, which still keeps her quite far away from Emily, who has 120 points and is the current leader for the week and is going to be awfully hard to catch. Pretty much guaranteeing herself a t-shirt if this continues. That's so unfair. McDonald was the guy who created it in the novel by Grafton. What? Oh, McDonald was like a character in it. I see. Okay. He's like the author in the book. So you're saying like it's not fair because the guy that Grafton made up, she made him make up something else. I think it was still her. I feel it's still Grafton at that point, right? He writes screenplays now. At least that's what it feels like reading them. All right. That's cool. So there we go. So those are the answers. That is who got it. What a crazy night, huh? Does everybody want to see the intro again? Did everybody catch the intro early on? I can do it again if you want. All right. So while we're waiting, this means Emily makes me not want to even pretend to try for points anymore. May God have mercy on me for not getting booted this week. Well, Tom's gonna go full on troll. That's okay. Emily is the winner for the month. Hey, if we want to change the rules, we can do that at the end of the week. But these were the rules that we all had. Anyone could do it. Emily just decided to. Emily is not making friends, though. I still love you, Emily. I think you're fantastic. Don't let them get you down. So, Emily, I believe you've won both the night and the hearts and minds of all the people playing. Can you give us an acceptance speech and let us know what the color should be for next episode tomorrow? While you're doing that, don't forget I've got a podcast, which I didn't tell anybody about all day today. It's called Another Wasted Hour. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Anywhere that you would go to get a podcast, you can get my podcast. It's got some trivia. We go onto the internet and find all the weird news that we can possibly make fun of. It's pretty hilarious. I promise you'll have a good time. And you will be exposed to some really great artists and musicians in the Washington, D.C. area that you would probably not hear of otherwise. You've got all these corporate radios. You've got all of this sound going on around you. There's like 6 companies that own every radio station in the country. Same thing happens with TV. So they are giving you the things that they think are going to sell. If you want to hear something different, you got to go look for music yourself. We bring that music to you. So go check it out. It's free. There's like 140 episodes. There's lots of fun comedy like this and inside jokes and stuff like that. I think you'll really enjoy it. And give us a review and some stars, things like that. Don't forget to follow us on like Facebook and on Twitter, and there's another one, Instagram. We're on all those. You can also subscribe to the podcast. I forgot to say that. On any of those places, you can hit subscribe, and you'll just get the podcast every time we put out a new one. So something else you would like to do. And yeah, so those are the things here. Don't forget you get a point for coming in and saying first. So that means all that you need to do is go up and hit subscribe or hit follow, and make sure that the alerts are turned on so that you get here as we get going. That's going to give you your best opportunity. On Facebook, you can give us reviews and things like that. We appreciate it. Like, share, all of those types of things mean a lot to us. So with all of that kit and caboodle out of the way, let's find out. Emily says, my acceptance speech is not to spam shares anymore, but it was funny as hell listening to Keith read it out. It was. Whoever says that wasn't hilarious is a Scrooge McDuck. It was great. You know what? We made crazy rules, and you use them to the full extent of the law. There's nothing wrong with that, and so I think it's great. All right. So that is all. Dark Blue for tomorrow, everyone. We're here 7 o'clock every night. So until tomorrow, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. They're starting to open some things out. If you go out, at least just be careful. Keep your distance. Let's try and see if we can keep people from dying. Remember, just because they're opening things up doesn't mean we're not going to catch coronavirus. We're still going to have people who catch it. The goal is not to prevent people from getting the coronavirus. The goal is to be able to make sure that we have enough hospital beds so the people who do get it and are in serious condition, we can take care of them. So we just don't want everyone getting it all at once. That's the whole point of it. So do be careful for that. It's not about not getting it. It's about just making sure that we don't overrun our ability to take care of people. And so do be safe as you're out there, as things start opening up again. And for all the people who are making the world go round and have had to be out there this entire time, we really appreciate it. I know it's been a tough slog, and you've had to go home worried that you were going to give your family, a virus, and we appreciate it. I know that's been a big toll on you, and it means a lot to us. So thank you very much. Once again, I will be... Trey says, I can't see anything but your shares in my feed. See, that's how you know it's legitimate. All right, so with that said, what is it? 7 o'clock tomorrow. We will see you there in Dark Blue Studio. And everyone, have a great night.